tired listening to adult people for 3 hours? He said, no. She'll be very excited. And you heard her. She's even in business. 8 years old. And we have people who are like, how many years? We are not doing anything. So why are we here? Do you remember? Reinventing ourselves. So before I start talking, can you write down for me what is your purpose? Why are you here on earth? Jen told you to come with a pen and paper, but you can use your iPhones. That is number one. Why are you here on earth? Are we together? Number two, what are you passionate about? In short, what do you enjoy doing with your life? For me today, I posted my passion and purpose on my status. So go on my status, you'll find me there. But briefly, I am here on earth to improve or make myself better and others live a purposeful life. Live a purposeful life. What does that mean? Be significant in other people's lives. Change yourself, change the world you are in, change other people. That's why I'm here on earth. And I enjoy creating beauty. That is my passion. My passion is beauty. Everybody now knows me because of beauty. I think right from when you turn Shelter Road, and you come Access Road, and you come North-South Close, you see what Momo has done. That is my work. Whoever lives with me must transform from within and from outside. Nature, like our therapist said, it is the most therapeutic thing you can do, you can have. Reason being, you connect with the Almighty Creator. When you look at all these things, the colors, the sizes, the scent, and the bees which are there fighting and scenting and doing, there's so much you can learn and also relate with God. You know, as human beings, we don't see much within ourselves because we are confused a lot. We are busy, we are stressed, we don't have time to reconnect with the environment, with what God has given us. So that's what I do, and I pass it on to everybody. If you know Momo, then you are a nature lover. Then you are a kind person. Then you become purposeful. So, reinventing is a process. First of all, you identify your values, your patterns, and the activities that you no longer, or that are no longer adding value to you. That's what we mean with reinventing. We are now, all of us, we are stuck, we are in a rut. The way we think, the way we believe, the way we behave, we are all stuck. Let me tell you, all of us, we are stuck. The world is no longer making any meaningful. And it's no longer meaningful. It does not make sense to us. You wake up in the morning and you're asking yourself, where? What am I doing here? You are stressed, you are confused, you have so many things going into your head. You are asking yourself, what do you want to do? You don't know yourself, you are in an identity crisis. And you know, reinventing can be from within, the way we think and believe and the way we perceive. It is something from within. And then it can be from outside, the things we do, the reactions, how we relate with others, how we dress, how we move. You saw that, Fiona sent me that video last night. That mama of 90 years. You saw what she's doing? And some of us, we can't do it. And that is why, because of the way we think. We are not motivated. You get up, you are not motivated. So today, we are going to see how we can reinvent ourselves to get out why you are here and what you are passionate about. Then you will not live a purposeful life. You will not achieve anything. And these are, they revolve around something that we call a wheel of life. And what is a wheel of life? It has 5 pillars. Don't mind writing. We have a handout. I'm going to give you a handout on WhatsApp. Jen told me, Momo, no paper. So we don't have paper. It's on WhatsApp. Shortly, Jen is going to send it to you. So a wheel of life is rotating on 5 pillars. Number 1, acknowledge it or not, is faith. Faith. Faith is spiritual. It is within your soul. It's something that is not tangible. And it is what you believe in. The Almighty Creator. All of us, we have our parents, we have engineers, we have what? But there is an Almighty Creator who created everything, who controls everything. We cannot control anything in our life. We can help a little percent if you acknowledge Him. But He has the divine power to do everything. He even brought this rain. You should have seen me and Jane, the way we were dancing in my sitting room. We were calling God. I think we called Him like 100 times. And we said, God, you must be fit. Fitness. We have seen Mama of 90. She can even touch her toes. How many of us can touch our toes? So, we are inventing ourselves on those 5 pillars. Keep them in your mind. And you must balance. You see, a wheel has to balance. So the bicycle has 2 wheels. There is a purpose, which we have started with, and there is passion. And the spikes revolve around those 5 pillars. How you connect those. If one spike gets broken, the bicycle cannot move. You have to repair the spike. Even if it is 1, you have to repair that spike for your bicycle to move. So what does that mean? In your inventing, you are going to write down all those areas which are bothering you. Identify them. And then make yourself, reinvent yourself, make yourself new, recreate yourself, change yourself. If you have been at social, today say, I'm going to meet at least 3 people. If you didn't know God, today, find somebody to help you find God. So, we said we are stuck. And how are we stuck? We have diseases. We have COVID-19. Yeah, it has come back. It is back. We have HIV/AIDS, which has ravaged the entire world. Even COVID has ravaged the entire world. We have cancer. We have genetic disorders. I have told you, whether you like it or not, you'll be born by two people. Though I hear they are making the babies in a tube, but I don't know if it will succeed. Eh? Eh? But even if you are made in a tube, you have to belong to a mother and a father, or a guardian. So, human beings, we are born with the genetic DNA. I am not scientific, I cannot elaborate much. You can go and Google and read about the person's genetic setup. So some people are born with genetic disorders. Doctor? Not so. There are people who are born with mental illness. There are people who are born with symptoms. You are with Bachiga and they are calling you Muchotara. So I had to learn how to survive. And that's how I started developing aggressiveness, because I had to survive in this world. So, we have drama in our families. Is there a family which is okay? There's drama. Eh? We shout at one another, we hate one another, we love one another. Eh? So, whether you like it or not, you cannot run away from that drama. But you can remake yourself to manage that drama. We have identity crisis, I've told you. When we were growing up, as women, it was difficult. You know, women didn't have a say in society. How many are my age, or at least who experienced women segregation? You know what it means? In my culture, they have caste Muslim. My cousins were married off at 14 years. 14 years, you are married off. So you know what it means? You are a small young girl. Now, like in 5 years' time, that young girl will be getting married. She can't even make decisions for herself. Somebody else is making decisions for herself, for her. So, these are things we are now trying to overcome and remake ourselves and create better things that benefit us. We have unemployment. Most people don't have jobs. And Fiona is helping most people. She's in recruitment, so you can approach her. Others are underemployed. You are qualified, you have a PhD, but you are not doing anything. You are underemployed. And the reason may be because we don't know our purpose. And we don't know what we are passionate about. You are a professor with PhD, but you say you are underemployed. I'm bored. I don't have work. Huh? So, this is why we are not reinventing ourselves. There's poverty. You know that. We can't run away from poverty. Even in the Bible, Jesus said, the poor will be amongst us. If Jesus said that, who are we? The poor will be amongst us. We make bad decisions. We make bad choices. But once you make a bad decision, is it a license to your end which didn't suit your passion? You can go and read again and do something else. Maybe you even chose a wrong partner. You can reverse, you live with him in harmony, or you quit if you can't live together. Why punish your life? So we are looking at all that. It's a lot of nonsense around us. We have failed. All of us have failed. Is there anybody who has not failed? Is there anyone who has never failed? Business, even in class, even now, we are doing things and we are failing. These plants, I was telling her there is a plant called geranium. I have said, I think I'm going to give up. But other days I said, no, let me try. These orchids I started in 2007. I killed like, I think, 100. I didn't mind. I said I will do it. And I've done it. Eh? So, don't fear to fail. Don't fear failure. It is not an end of life. Then we have anger issues. All of us, is there anyone who doesn't lose his head? No. Just even on a small thing, and you snap. Unforgiveness, low self-esteem. The list is endless. I think let me leave it there. So how are we going to reinvent ourselves? We have said we are going to analyze our lives. Okay? You use the wheel of life. Faith, family, friends, finances, fitness. Look at those aspects of life. Where are you missing? Where are the missing gaps? And change your life based on that. Then we are going to get out of our comfort zone. It does not bother you the way you were, but you feel life will go on. So get out of that comfort zone. The other day, Fiona was, she's my mentor. We were discussing, I've had a big serious challenge in my business. And I was talking to her. Then she said, Momo, I've been seeing you, I've been talking to you, you are not listening to me. Your head is now full of ice. You are not thinking. You are not analyzing. So now, Fiona, the ice has been put in the oven or microwave. It has melted. I'm thinking differently. There are so many opportunities around us. We are endowed with so many resources. When I put out this invitation, every day I was exchanging with Jim. I said, the number is growing. Every day, the number is growing. And that is what? Faith. We believed in it, and it has happened. You have also believed in us, it has happened. Not so? Now, you have to be optimistic. What do I mean by optimistic? Before you start complaining every day, like today, it is raining. But did you remember to thank God that we woke up alive? There are people who are dead. There are people who are in hospital on oxygen. Did you remember to thank God that at least I'm alive and I'm still able to move? You have eyes. You have legs. There are people who can't move. Not so? So when you are inventing yourself, I know you are full of complaints. This thing is not working. This one hates me. This one is my enemy. This one has sabotaged me. First, look at your blessings. Look at your networks and get out. And you will see how you succeed. See, me and Lydia, I know, we come from long time. By the way, there's a part of my life which I don't usually talk about. I worked for government for 7 years. And I was terminated unceremoniously. It's a different story altogether. And because I was a woman, really, because I was a woman, so I cried for 2 years. I was in my house, not talking. I cut off social networks. That time I had not become a Christian. I was a Muslim who was not practicing Muslim. I started fasting. I was praying 5 times. And nothing was working until I found myself. I had to get out. In 1997, I was laid off in 94. In 97, there were so many women empowerment groups. I purposely joined those groups. Whenever there was a training, a workshop, I would go there. Do you know what? In 2001, I got a master's in finance. I had been sacked with a degree in social sciences, political science, moreover. But I reinvented myself. I went for a master's degree in finance, which was not my background. And I passed. If I planned to do ABC, did I achieve it? What made me not go where I was going? What was the detour? What made me not go where I was going? And learn to do things, try them out. Who was saying he's having problems with plants? Somebody said they are having difficulties. Don't give away your plants, bring them back. And if you have a child, let me tell you, train your child to love the plants. You might say, I don't have children. I have a grandson of 3 years. Nick, am I lying? Does guys are in these plants? He doesn't touch my plants at all. He knows this is Ama's. Ama, no, Ama. 3 years. And if he wants to play with a stone, he will pick it and say, Ama, I want this. Then I will allow him. So don't be intimidated that my child will not allow me to have a beautiful garden. No. Get out of that from today. And I'm a living example that my child is not destroyed. I have dogs. By the way, they are always free, but today, because you are many and some people have phobia of dogs, so I had to lock them uncomfortably. But my dogs, I have 2 dogs. Ask Nick, he's always here.
Yes, they are there.
They are there. Close, you came here last time. You saw them. They are here. You talk to them, they will listen. They also understand the language you talk to them. You see, people become, or dogs become what you are. If you don't love something, the person who will come to you will also not love. They will be like you. They will behave like you. And like I'm going to say, if you are not matching, some will walk out of your life. Huh? So, what you are is what you emit. The energy you have is the energy you give out. If you are negative, you will be negative. If you are positive, you will fire up people. You will fire. Eh? You will fire. You need courage and change your routine. Eh? The way we do things. Fiona was telling me that, Mom, your head is iced. So now I'm going to change. I'm happy to inform you we have a supporter, a good friend of mine, through networking, social network. I met her on Facebook. She's from Kabale, but we became friends, and she picked interest in my programs. So she has funded the seating capacity today. She has paid for the tent, for the chairs, and the tables. Many thanks to Shamila. She's in Denmark, and she has promised to support us in a big way. Thank you, Shamila.